DIY. Alright, today we got a 2000 Hyundai Elantra. I know it's an old car, it's still around, very reliable car, 4-cylinder, 2.4. I believe that seems appearance to be a Mitsubishi engine, good engine, perhaps. Anyways, the story in this car is that the previous owners took care of the car. It was his baby. He always fixed everything on it. The only thing we did in this car was the alternator. I'm sorry, the starter, and we did the valve cover gaskets. Everything went fine until he gave it to his sister-in-law. Okay, she for some reason she always goes to cars like um, a dreams, I would say, or whatever. I don't know how I would compare it to that, but anyways, the last year she had three cars, they're all in the yard, gone. Okay. Now she has this car that it was given by brother-in-law. Okay. Uh, Want to point out that this car was in good conditions. One day she calls me and say, "Hey, listen, my car is overheating." Okay, and I say, "Okay, I'll be there." So I was across the street, went there. Um, yeah, the car was overheating. I don't know for how long it was overheating. I don't know from where they overheat the car. Okay, so I noticed it was um, antifreeze leak on the passenger side, which is where the pump, which is going to be this guy here and this side. So that would be the right side. Okay, and that would be that side where the water pump is. All right. So yes, definitely the water pump was leaking. So I did a change. All right. So the reason why to make this video is not to tell you all the story about that car was overheated. Uh, the reason of this video is uh, to tell you that it's really important to check your oil. All right, and also uh, not just the oil, but when the car overheat, you gotta just stop it right there. Do not overrun it. Do not go until you think it's safe. There is no safe in these things when it comes to overheating. Okay. All right. So the damage in this car right here, I'm gonna show you real quick. This is the damage. Okay. You'll have two broken pistons along with, uh, as you can see there, four valves are missing. Okay. As you can see there's four, and there is two missing and two missing. All right. And we still have a piece of valve here. All right, that's the piece of valve. Okay, so this is what happened when this car has two damages here. Okay, and it's really important, guys. If you would have oil, maybe this problem wouldn't happen in this car. But um, my thing was, why this car? Okay, the car got here running. I run the car. I was running the car. I stopped it here. I put the pump right in there. When I put the pump, I put the timing belt on time on TDC. Everything was fine. Okay, but I don't know what really happened here. Just trying to think. It's like, okay, so when I'm turning the timing belt, I only see the timing belt going once, like one turn only, and it will get stuck. And you will go back and it will do another half a turn and will stop. So I'm like, wow, this is something weird. What's going on here? So I started making my investigation. Yeah, sure enough, I could not pull this guy. I mean, it was just so hard to turn it. So I was like, okay, I got to see it. So I pulled my oil pan from the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna show you real quick, guys. Yeah, there's the oil pan right there. So I pull everything from that engine under, okay? And I find out that there is pieces just falling from the top of this motor. I'm like, oh wow. So this is what happened. So in order for me to pull this engine, I knew it was the engine, the problem. I knew it was the engine, but I just had to go beyond this point to find out what was causing this problem. So once I find out, it's like, what caused this problem? Was the piston was bad? Were the valves were bad? Or did the piston hit the valves, or the valves hit the pistons? All right, so I came to the conclusion that yes, it was the valves that actually got so hot in this valve hit those pistons, and it make two holes on it. As you can see, guys, that's a big holes right there. And you can see right there, it was the valve that broke off. So the valve hit the piston and it makes those big holes. All right. So now the problem I'm having here is that I can't pull that engine because there's 4 bolts. Okay. And this is these 4 bolts that I'm fighting with. As you can see, there is 4 bolts in this flywheel. Okay. That flywheel get attached with the transmission. So I can't turn the engine due to the valves and the pieces being stuck there. So now that's what I had to pull down to see if I could just get the pieces out. If the connector rod would have broke off, I guess it was just dropped out, and I would just pull uh, this this pistons up, and I would be able to just turn the engine and just pull the whole engine. But in this case I couldn't, so it was something very stuck in there. So I'm like, okay, I got to take all this apart in order for me to get this engine out. And yeah, sure enough, when I pull everything, I see what was the damages. So at this point I still got the piston. As you can see, these pistons are not moving. See, this one is moving. See, that one is moving. See that pistons? See, I just pushed down, so this piston moved. But this piston, they're not going nowhere. You know, they're stuck in here. See that? All right. So now my next step is going to be I'm going to be pulling these two pistons up. So it's gonna come up, it's gonna come up, and eventually I'm gonna be able to pull this engine out to get those other 2 bolts that I still have remaining there for the torque converter. And once I get those out, I'm good to go. This engine is gonna be out. So good news, I already have the other engine. Just got to clean it up, transfer a couple of parts in it. Um, Looks like a healthy transmission. I did a VIN code on it, checked it to see how many miles it had. According to the VIN checkup, has 79,000, which is really good mileage. And probably you can verify that because the timing belt that it has on it, it's original. So I'm changing that too, and I'm changing the water pump. So while I'm here outside, everything has to change out. Other things, this thing has a lot of rust on it. I had this freeze plugs. I just ordered the freeze plugs, so it's 4 of them in each side, and it's also one right there. But I'm not changing that. That looks like it's in good condition. I'm just gonna clean everything up. All right, guys. Well, I don't want to make this video too long. So bottom point here is, guys, be careful. All right, when you overheat a car, when you see this overheated, you stop it right there. Do not run it. Do the repairs, and you should be fine to go. Another thing, oil change is really important. Make your oil change, because if you don't do oil change, it's gonna become a big problem. A slush on the heads. Let me see if I can show you real quick. This one has a little sludge. It's not as bad as the other cars. I've seen worse. Uh, all right, let's see. Yeah, you can see that. There is on a sludge building. You can see there. You can see it's sludge everywhere. So it's really important. Make your oil change on time, and you shouldn't have no problem. If you become with the overheat, stop the car and don't drive it anymore, because this is what's going to happen to you. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I do this for you guys, and God bless you. Have a good day.